Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Welcome back for another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the truth about silver. Silver is definitely the most undervalued, most potential asset there is in the world. It's been used as currency or value of trade for thousands upon thousands of years and always will be. It's the most intrinsic metal in the world, the most undervalued, cheapest, best performing, most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity out there. With silver shortages coming, with more uses every day in society, in the medical, technological, and industrial world, and we need it more and more. People do not talk about how beneficial silver really is. When they talk about silver, they talk about the prices being stagnant or being bare for the last decade. They don't talk about it being $50 in 2011. They don't talk about how much silver we actually need nowadays. We don't talk about, they don't mention the beneficial factors it has in the technological advances that we are approaching and heading towards. They only talk about how it's a slow market. It's almost like they don't want you to know this. It's almost like they don't want you to see the bigger picture. And also, when we're talking about precious metals, they talk about gold prices. People are drawn to gold more as the royal metal in movies. You see it in the social media, gold chains, gold watches, gold rings, gold bars. It's always gold. But silver is definitely the most undervalued, most potential asset there is, much more than gold. Gold is used mainly for jewelry, mainly for coins and bars. Yes, there's gold in technology, but a large portion of it is used in stuff that is remelted. It's melted back at, the scrap yards and in the refineries, and then it's made in other coins or other jewelry or other bars. Silver, a lot of it is not scrapped. A lot of it is not remelted. It's lost in these dumps and scrap yards, not to be recovered at the rate gold is. So a lot of silver is getting lost, and it's becoming more scarce in the world. A lot of people don't have patience and doubt its potential. When we talk about $50 silver, I see the comments in my videos. Oh, silver has never reached past $20. It won't ever go past $20. Well, not even a decade ago, it was $50. Why aren't you mentioning that? And looking at the historical charts of why silver hit $50 then, what the next recession could mean when we're putting 25% tariffs with China, with Trump's orders right now, what that could do to the financial system, for the economy. The 2020 presidential election could be a huge factor, hence probably why it has some type of correlation between the prices with Bitcoin, with gold rising, with the dollar weakening. If you look at the bigger picture, you can see little hints and clues that definitely could correlate to or have some type of importance or fluctuation on the prices, whether it's headed in a good or bad direction. A lot of people would just rather put money in their savings and get 0.001 interest rates from their bank instead of putting it in something with intrinsic value that they can actually hold, that always is deemed valuable, that will always hold its value, it will always hold its weight, no pun intended. They'll rather put it in something, that is safer, when actually banks are not as safe as owning your own precious metals. When at any time something happens that scares the economy, where they don't trust banks, they always go to precious metals. So why does it take a tragic event to finally make you, take that next leap and to transfer your wealth into something that actually holds its weight in value? Why does it have to be then? If the gold standard was still happening, you would trust silver at that rate. Why did it take the government to say silver and gold were valuable when it was an actual form of fiat currency, or backed by fiat currency, backed by precious metals? Why as soon as the gold standard ends, is silver just a commodity now? Why is it only a hobby for coin enthusiasts and stackers? Why can't you still see it as value? 2,000, 3,000 years ago, it was seen as value. It's not just about the coins and the history behind the coins. It's the beneficial uses that silver produces in the industrial world. It's how silver shortages are happening realistically because miners aren't making money anymore, because not only is it becoming more scarce, but also the miners don't have the same motivation if they're not paying the same prices, or the people aren't paying the miners the same prices as they were last year. American Eagle shortages even. They put too much trust in the government and the system. Don't always trust the governments. Don't always trust the banks. Sometimes you have to step in and be prepared. I hate to say it, but a small reason why I actually got into silver was because I didn't trust the banks. I didn't like banks. I never really had a bank account. I had cash. I always had my own cash. And I always found ways to make money on the side of my 9 to 5, and also how to store or transfer my wealth into something that wasn't directly in a centralized bank. That's why Bitcoin was so special to me as well. Not only just precious metals, but Bitcoin as well, because I was preparing myself against hyperinflation, against the banks and the government, and I was trying to figure out a way that I could protect myself instead of in all instances where I could be safe if something was to happen. But a lot of people just don't prepare themselves for the future either. They live paycheck to paycheck. They wonder why they're always broke. They're terrible with money. They buy random, irrelevant things that they will not have anything to show for within the next week or month, and they wonder why they're always broke. They make good enough money. Some make better money than us, but they still have nothing to show for it, and they're miserable, and they wonder why they're always broke. But they're not investing into anything. They're buying Starbucks every day. They're addicted to shopping, addicted to overspending. It's almost like they have a curse on themselves to always stay broke. As soon as they get money, they look for any possible reason to spend all that money, and then they wonder why they have no money at the end of the day. They aren't financially stable. Things you think you need lots of money to invest in is not true. A lot of people thought you have to buy an entire Bitcoin just to get into cryptocurrency. That's not true. You can buy $5 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase. It would be like 0.000012, but you would have $5 of Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin doubles in the next 6 months, you have $10. Gold and silver is the same case. You don't have to buy an entire ounce of gold to start getting into gold. You can buy a 10th ounce round for $130, even smaller. They make 1 gram gold bars. You can buy a 1 gram gold bar. Silver's the same way, but silver's even cheaper, so there's not even the same excuse. You can get an ounce of silver for $15. Do you know how valuable an ounce of silver is? It's worth much more than $15. If you think about a silver coin, how dense that metal is, how beneficial it is in the everyday world, you would see that $15 is a steal. And you can get tons of ounces at the rate of $15.52 an ounce. But people are still saying, oh, I'll hold off. But then when silver gets to $30 or $40, they'll be wishing they could go back in time and buy the silver at this price. But no, they're not looking at the bigger picture. They're not thinking ahead. They're stuck in this blindsided subconscious loop that social media and the government has brainwashed us to see in, this lens over the reality or the truth about everything, about life. And this goes farther beyond silver stacking. This goes about everything, about politics, about religion, about society, social media, schools, education, everything. To think it's complicated and confusing is another huge misconception that people have. People think that you have to know all the things about coins to buy silver and stack silver, which is not true. You can go on Amex and start stacking silver with not even knowing what the denomination of American Eagle is, or not even. You can go and buy. You could own more silver and gold than me, that's been stacking for 7 years and has been researching it for 7 years, and you could be better off than I am in the investing world without a drop of knowledge. All you have to do is buy it. Now, are there things that you can do is there certain coins you can buy to put more potential in your stack and better it, with whether it's storing your silver and securing it? Yes, but the main factor is it does not take a rocket scientist, and it's not hard. I've made tons of silver stacking for beginner videos where you could watch one of my videos and be well off in the stacking world, better off than most people ever would be from one of my videos, or not even my videos, anyone in the silver world. So it's not complicated. Don't believe the lies. And it does even if it does, even if you don't have the 15-minute video I have to teach you. You sit on social media for hours a day, so why can't you watch one 10-minute video and learn how to better prepare for your entire future? 15 minutes could change your entire life, but rather you'd waste it on social media for hours upon hours a day. That doesn't make sense. But I guess that's just the reality of the world today. And that's why the people who do invest, the people that do take the time to research, have the rewards, and that's why the people that don't, the lazy people that are impatient, that down themselves, have, the other end of the stick. And it's always going to be like that. That's life. Good and bad, light and dark. That's just how it is. I do want to plant the seed and help people that don't see that. That's why I try to make these videos, to teach people the reality about behind silver, so they can maybe see the light one day, or even plant that seed that just so they know it is valuable, because that's what happened to me one day 7 years ago. You know, so I don't know. I just am trying to share honestly and just share my opinion on it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. This was Silver Slayer. Stay tuned for more content. Hope to see you guys soon. Peace.